Are your clients churning? Are they saying your program is trash since you're less involved in delivery? Did you feel burnt out and decided to hire someone to help you with your clients? You made a mistake, but not in the way you think. Here's why. I'm Juan Otalora, if you don't know me. I created the Backend Premier League, the first league in which we train and track coaching teams' performance for them to improve. But I get it. You were feeling burnt out, spending all of your time in one on ones. You scaled too quickly. You dialed in marketing, you dialed in sales, and things went out of control. So you decided, you said, hey, why not could I hire someone to deal with my students? And then you started finding or looking for a VA. So you hired a VA that became a CSM. But he became a CSM not by training, by chance. And he's not performing as you thought he would. You know why? Because he hasn't been trained up for this role. Here are 3 things you should be training him on. First, communication. He should respond to clients acknowledging and asking more questions. If you have your client success manager acting as if it was a chatbot in which the client asks a question and he responds saying like, this is the answer, and that's the end of the communication, you might as well just create a chatbot and not hire someone. He should respond to clients acknowledging, applying the ACA framework from Hormozy, acknowledging, then compliment, and then asking questions. But those questions should be to coach them on what's going on and what's necessary for them to succeed. One book that I would recommend you guys to take a look at is The Coaching Habit. Second, red zones. He should know how to handle refund and churn requests. Because no, guess what? When you close a client and the client doesn't pay in full, you'll have to collect the remaining. And how are you going to collect the remaining if your service sucks? It will not work, no matter what. So what you need to do is to help them improve the skill of making the clients stay. And that happens when you help him or her creating more communication with the client, more relationships, because it's difficult to quit on a relationship. So you have to embrace that psychological fact. And third, information management. He should know how to track clients' performance. If you have a CRM, how to use a CRM. If you don't have the CRM, how to create a CRM. You didn't hire someone to give you more work. You hired someone to buy back your time. But if you're not doing it because you haven't been training the person or you didn't choose the person properly, then you have a problem, right? And if he doesn't know any of this to the T, not like 5 out of 10 level skill or 7, has to be 10 out of 10 skill, he will not succeed. And you know what? If he doesn't succeed, your brand suffers. You can be incredible at marketing and at sales. But you know what is going to happen when your reputation suffers? Nobody is going to click on your ad. Nobody is going to click on your organic content because they already know, people already talk to each other and they already know your program sucks. If your brand suffers, you won't survive for long. So, do you want to train up your team so that your coaching business is no longer dependent on you? Well, that's why I'm running the Backend Premier League, the league in which I train and track setters, closers, and CSM's performance. I'll be accepting 4 more teams to fix their backend too, to complete 10 on this initial phase. If you want to get in, DM me the word league on Instagram at the Juan Otalora to apply. See you on the next video.